Hey there, fellow carpenters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid, Brandenburg Shelter. Episode 24, Building a Rooftop Office. Now, given that there's like this... Can I get rid of the... I wonder if I can get rid of this rooftop furniture. I don't think it actually physically blocks me, but before I do anything, let's see if I can't get rid of it. Please destroy... What... Can I tell what I'm destroying? It looks like the rooftop vent was the thing being highlighted. Because... Okay. Fingers crossed. I can always replace the floor. Good! Yes! That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Yes. There we go. I should start favoriting the frames and walls, because I'm going to use them frequently enough. So the other thing is, should it be flush? No, maybe not. Because if I have it flush, I'm a little worried that this is enough area for me to live in. What do you guys think? No frames for windows? That's a very fair point. When I, yeah, when I upgrade it, maybe I can incorporate windows. I know I didn't add any window frames. But let's start putting in the walls. So favorite the wall, favorite the frame. And then window. So the windows can be inserted during the construction, so I'll put some windows in. Mostly for the natural sunlight, because the game gets so dark otherwise. And my carpentry is flying up now. So favorites. Here's the wall. Now it's shabby as hell looking, but as my carpentry experience goes up, I'll go over it and make it look nicer, and then maybe eventually paint or wallpaper or something. It's just I don't have the experience for that yet. Now there we go. We got ourselves another level of carpentry. As you can see here, I don't have the follow-up books, but once we pass Carpentry 6, there's diminishing returns on like what we can do with it anyway. All right, we need food and water. Switch. I wasn't really listening to the weather report, so I don't know when this is, this deluge is going to stop. Let's make eggs. Things that are going to spoil, like, eggs. Over, and I know cooking them into a meal would be better. I'm just, like, very lazy and don't have the cookbook, cooking read. It'd be nice if there was kind of like how you can pin and unpin, if there was like an expanded and unexpanded, so you wouldn't have to, oh shoot, you wouldn't have to drag it every time. I would like that feature. Come on, wait. I had like an entire pack of hamburger buns and like cooked fish yesterday. Why is my weight still going down? We'll stick a bunch of tortilla chips in my backpack. Alright, time to cut down some more trees. I have got fire axe check. So I think in this spot what I'll do is I'll put another door in and make it slightly larger. I'd rather have it be a little bit too big than a little bit too small. That way, I don't have to revisit this project if we outgrow it. And once we have the basic frame, sticking the roof on it, it won't be too much effort. Again, it'll look ugly as sin, but... Okay, we do have... I gotta drop some weight. We do have some frenemies coming up. I wonder why they, where they came from. Just a wandering horde or something. Oh right, I dropped my fire axe. I'm never patient enough to, like, wait for cutting down trees the slow way, but it's always risky to accelerate time, especially when you're, like, as encumbered as I am. But regardless, I make no effort to learn my lesson, and speed through it anyway, hoping that the game will throw on the brakes if I'm in danger. Especially given my high exertion. Like, I would not be able to defend myself at all. Excessive exertion. I don't have a book to read, do I? Okay, we're going with high risk, low reward, continuing until I've got the trees that I want cut. Did I fail it? Am I too tired? Yes, I am too tired. Okay. Let's drive back. can't swing my arms anymore. I found my limit. Oh my god. My poor character. I'm glad I don't have to experience this in real life. Excessive exertion, drowsy, extremely overloaded, severe agony. Straight agony now. And I'm just like, yeah, this is fine. Just keep working. Get back to work. No issues at all. Alright, what book? I was reading... Agriculture 1? I think I left it outside on the ground. Could be worse. I could have fallen off the rope. True. Could be worse. Wow, this is how fast I go down the rope. Oh my lord. You can fall from escape ropes now if encumbered? Good to know. I'm also, like, strength 9. So, like, I would hope that that mitigates some of the risk, but I should be more careful about that. With that said, the fall distance is pretty short. Not that I, like, am up for taking unnecessary risks, but I don't think it's, like, a deathly fall distance or anything like that. So I think in this spot, I'll put a door frame, and that will be the extent of this building. I don't have enough plank? Wait, what? I have plenty of planks. The game was, bugging out. Do wall frame here. And this should be... No, not there. This should be plenty of area to live in. So the ropes go up to the ledge. Maybe I'll put a window here. There's, like, not a lot of rhyme or reason here, to be fair. I didn't think this out all that hard. Just slapping things down. How's the carpentry looking? We are 6 and a 6th. Or 5 and a 6th to 6. Now I'm gonna place a lot of or not a lot, but windows on the inside facing area here, because they're far less likely to be looked through by zombies, but they'll allow light to pass through, no problem. Which is a good way to illuminate an inside area without posing a risk to zombie intrusion. I don't know whether I want to keep the original building. I think I'll probably knock down the wall here. This wall. So I will put a door here anyway. But the wall separating these two zones will go at some point. So I am out of planks. But I don't think I'm going to do any more physical labor right now because my character is about to keel over dead from exhaustion. So I'll give her some R&R. Let's fill up on hearty food. Wait, I can't even open the can? Wait. Can opener? Yeah, this is frozen shut. Okay. Note to self. Cans ought not to be frozen. What? My eggs burnt in my inventory? I mean, I know it's like possible latent heat and all, but seriously. I'm not going to risk eating them. Not worth the risk. What else can I do to try to turn that weight loss around? Let's have a few fruit cocktails. And then I have a bag full of tortilla chips. I'll just... Oh, apparently I'm full to bursting. Full to bursting and still weight loss. Well, I'll spend the rest of the day... No, don't sleep on the ground. Sit on the ground. I know I'm super tired, so I'll probably go to sleep a little bit earlier, but not so early that I'm going to wake up at some ungodly hour. And I'm going to continue working on this project to probably till the end of the stream, just because the end of the stream is fast approaching. But by then, I should at least have the walls done. Probably not doors, and certainly not roof, but like the footprint of where I'm going to live, at the very least. Which is helpful to visualize. Yeah, doesn't look terrible from out here. So I got my axe, my rope, and we're good to go. I don't see anything approaching. Looks like I'm very alone in these woods. I hope. Alright, that's done. Axe is getting worn. Its handle is the problem, not the axe head. Which is fine. I can replace handles. We can make a point of doing some handle repair soon. Interesting, I'm like not nearly as tired today as I was before. Okay, trunk's full. Let's get back. And get that office walls all laid out all nice like. Maybe I also need to consider making a compost box from all the rotten and burnt food I have. My pile of cooking shame. Alright. I know I'm extremely overloaded. We're just going to keep climbing that way anyway. You wonder if they'll ever introduce like a pulley? Like hayloft style? Yeah, I've seen that in the YouTube comments a bunch. I could definitely see the advantage of it, especially if you're trying to live in a skyscraper high-rise, because the amount of time it would take to ascend or descend sheet ropes, especially if encumbered, would be like ages. And if indeed you do fall from encumbrance on sheet ropes, there's basically no way you would ever risk climbing up and down high rises, right? Meaning that some sort of rope or pulley system would be absolutely necessary if you were trying to move anything heavier. Because, like, some objects are simply just too heavy. Like, it doesn't matter how strong you are, they're just too heavy. Right? Like, trying to move a refrigerator or a washer or a dryer or anything, a stove, etc., into a high rise would be suicidal if you didn't have, like, a rope or pulley system. Oh, I should be windowing. The windows I have for this building are, like, totally random. They're not spaced with any sort of sense at all. Carpentry is pushing to 6, though. And now, like, making rain barrels or recovering rain barrels or you know, any of the other carpentry projects are a lot more viable. With higher skill. So minus the door frames, or doors, we do have sort of layout of the design. I'm going to start putting the roof on it. I will likely need a sledgehammer to start this, though, because I don't think I'm... Is it going to allow me? No. Yeah, I need to break the railings first. I think the cans of food are in the trunk. So for now, eventually I'll probably remove all of the borders of the roof, but At least initially, I don't need to do all of them. I can just do the one. Did they do away with the right-click build menu? Yes. For the most part, yeah. There we go, 6. I don't have the book for 7 and 8, so there's nothing to read. And there's no close by bookstores that would be easy access to get to, so I don't really care. It's just, it's fine. At my current level now, I have craftsman level wooden walls, so I can improve these walls to make them look nicer. What level is the next floor? I think 4 is all that I have offered to me. I think it's 7 that gets the nicer looking floors. Or actually, these might be top tier floors. I'm not going to worry about the aesthetics of the walls until the entire structure's done, though. The aesthetics are function over form for me. Yes, and I am indeed installing floors with a sledgehammer. Does it make sense? Not really. Let's put this away. It'd be better for my carry weight anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to build with, but that's because now there's a submenu. So there's so much building to be done that it had to be broken out into its own menu. So it's a little bit more cumbersome to build what you want to build, but I totally understand why it's not a pop-up menu. Because it would be like a submenu into a submenu into a submenu, and you get lost and be really onerous to try to make heads or tails of what the hell was going on. So one of the reasons why I did a recessed structure like this is if I was to ever walk off my roof up here, I wouldn't fall 2 stories down. I would fall 1 story into the balcony. So it was, 1, it gives me better vision around, because now I can walk around the edge of my house and see what's up. But also, it, like, foolproofs it, where, case in point, I did that on purpose. Not that you have to believe me. I don't take double-story fall damage. I take 1-story fall damage, which is not going to kill me. It's not going to break any bones. I'll have a little loss of life, and that's, you know, that's it. It's not game ending or critical or anything like that. Because I know I'm an idiot, and I fall all the time. So I'm trying to design a base that is a little bit more foolproofed. Not that I should be up here often. There's not really a reason to be once it's done. So we're actually pretty close to getting all the wood required for the roof. But I'm definitely going to want to take a break for food. Weird. Combining my caffeine pills. Is there a half railing option? Yes, there are fences. The thing about fences is, like, if you're running, you'll vault over a fence anyway. So fences are great for if you're, like, walking normally or whatever. But in a full sprint, you're just going to vault them anyway. So putting a full fence on the edge of a roof, where it's a significant drop, isn't going to stop you from, like, harming yourself. Trust me, I speak from experience. Plenty of experience of doing exactly what I just mentioned. Been there, done that, and broke myself in the process. So my weight is still down. I'm not too worried about the weight. We'll pig out on stuff sooner or later. With the very little amount of time I have left in the stream, let's try to get the roof done. Might go a wee bit over time, but That's fine. Oh, although I do worry about the axe not holding up. So let me grab a spare axe before I try to finish this thing. And maybe defrost some cocktail. Come on, junk food. Just ate 3 bags of tortilla chips. Still, and I lost 1 kilo in the like the action of feeding myself the tortilla chips. I lost weight. I am so envious of this lady. Granted, she's burning like hella calories building a house from scratch and climbing ropes while massively encumbered, but still, massively envious of her caloric burning. That series where I was growing crops in perpetual winter in Louisville comes to mind. For what? Me falling? Because yes. My legs were extraordinarily broken at all times for that run. I was absolutely not kind to myself in that run. You were not wrong about that. That's why the idea of, like, doing a high-rise styled run might sound good. But, in my opinion, Zomboid game mechanics aren't quite there yet. It doesn't really allow for you to live somewhere high up effectively. Plus, the novelty wears out quite quickly as soon as you try to go looting, and it's like, okay, so we climb down a ladder, or climb down a rope for, like, 3 minutes, and then climb up the rope with, like, barely a handful of stuff for 3 minutes. Like, it would get old way fast, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't tried it myself, but I imagine that to be the case. Yeah, climbing sheet ropes up several stories is huge now. Yeah, there are some buildings that are pyramid-shaped. I lived in one in Louisville that was like a weird ziggurat pyramid-like, where you could climb one story over and over and over to get up high. But a true skyrise, a true skyscraper, obviously that wouldn't be the case, and yeah, you would be gambling with your life if you wanted to live on the roof like that, so. Unless, of course, you changed. In the case of that, I might go and, like, change the server settings to not allow for, I don't know if it is a server setting, but you know, I would change it so that you could not fall off a rope, because otherwise it's stupid. You're inevitably just going to wreck yourself. There's just not a situation where that ends well. $22. Weight is somehow still going down. Even though I'm eating junk. I need to get to like a gas station where there's junk food everywhere. Fix my my weight loss issue. One thing I'm amazed at is how fast water boils. Oh, I see you. This is gonna be a rough fight, because I'm tired as hell. Oh, never mind. Get knocked over, dude. or dudette. Oh, almost didn't make it. Got real slow. I cook a lot IRL, and I will say, boiling a large pot of water isn't that quick. So I'm amazed at how fast the game's like, oh yeah, it's boiled. Although, if you're trying to make water safe to drink, you probably only... Don't quote me on this, because I don't want you guys to get sick, but you probably only really need to bring it up to pasteurization temperatures, right? Which would be easier to do than hard boiling it. With that said, I would still want to hard boil it, like, because I don't want to die of bad water. And on top of that, if there's bacteria in the water, killing the bacteria doesn't actually keep you safe. Because drinking dead bacteria is still not good for you, but... so can I not saw because it's too dark? I think that's what's going on here. I might be wrong, but, water boils quicker in Kentucky? Yeah, what are we, in Colorado? Like, no, that's wishful thinking. Rolling boil for 5 minutes minimum? Yeah, that's what I would do in real life. There's no way I would be risking my own health by, like, taking shortcuts on my personal safety, but, luckily we can just hook up a plumbing barrel to it and call it done. Alright, now can I saw? Yes, it was a light level thing. That's neat. Super glad I have that floodlight. Oh, my nails. You really, really ought to be able to do carpentry with favorited nails. Like, what the hell? What are you doing with nails if not using them? They don't serve a purpose if you don't consume them. It would be akin to not being allowed to eat food in the game because you favorited it. It's the same concept. You favorited it so you won't put it away. You didn't favor it not to consume it. They ought to fix that. I would go so far as to say I consider that a bug. Because it's pretty stupid otherwise. It's like, sorry, you can't use your hammer in this recipe because, well, your hammer's your favorite thing. It's like, that's not what favorites mean in this context, friend. It means I don't want to drop it. I don't want to discard it. I don't want to use it. Well, I don't really need logs on the roof anymore. We're kind of done. But what I will do is, in the -3 minutes I have left in the stream, I'll upgrade some of the walls so you can see the upgrade appearance. I know it's 2 in the morning in game. My poor, poor character. Can you upgrade like this? No, you can't. Okay, you still have to go through the menu. Got it. But now I can make craftsman level walls. Making it not look like drunk engineering garbage. Have a little bit of pride in my work. Plus, going over it, I mean, yes, it uses materials, but going over it also rewards carpentry experience. And there we go. We have... I obviously don't have the windows, and I don't have the doors, but at least we have the walls and the roof for the future living area for our shelter office. And this, friends, is where I am going to leave off for the day. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Brandenburg Shelter, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow zombie survivors.